In this video, we're going to explain everything you need to know to travel to Orlando. The most complete video you'll watch today about this destination, with the best tips. So let's get started. Orlando is synonymous with magic, fun, and theme parks. It's a dream destination for many people, and rightly so. But planning a trip here can seem complicated with so many options. The heart of Orlando lies in its major park complexes. First, Walt Disney World Resort, which is the largest, a true world with 4 main theme parks. Magic Kingdom is the classic, the park with Cinderella Castle, featuring iconic attractions like Pirates of the Caribbean, the Haunted Mansion, and the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Epcot is the park with the famous Silver Sphere, divided into 2 large areas. The front part, focused on innovation and nature, with attractions like Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind and the Soarin' Simulator. And the back part, the World Showcase, which is a trip around the world through 11 country pavilions, each with its own architecture and typical food. Hollywood Studios is the park for movie and thrill lovers. It's home to the incredible Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, where you can pilot the Millennium Falcon and the Toy Story Land area. It also has classic attractions like the Tower of Terror and the Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. And finally, Animal Kingdom, which is a park that blends real animals with adventure attractions. The must-see area there is Pandora, the world of Avatar, with the Flight of Passage simulator, which is out of this world. Additionally, Disney has 2 water parks, Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach, and the entertainment complex called Disney Springs. The other giant is Universal Orlando Resort. It now consists of 3 theme parks and 1 water park. Universal Studios. Florida focuses on movies and simulators. The big star there is Diagon Alley, the Harry Potter area, with the Gringotts Bank and the fire-breathing dragon. It also has the Minions area, the Hollywood Rip Ride rocket roller coaster, and Revenge of the Mummy. The second park is Islands of Adventure, which has more roller coasters and adventure. This is where you'll find Hogsmeade, the Harry Potter village with Hogwarts Castle, and thrill rides like the Velocicoaster, based on Jurassic World, and the Incredible Hulk coaster. And the biggest news, the third theme park, Epic Universe. This is the most anticipated park in years, a completely new complex that promises to be revolutionary. It will feature incredible immersive worlds like Super Nintendo World, the Mario area. It will have a How to Train Your Dragon Land, a Universal Monsters Land, and a new area from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, focused on the Ministry of Magic. Besides these 3 parks, Universal has the Volcano Bay Water Park, which is super modern and themed, with a wristband that holds your place in line. Beyond these 2 complexes, Orlando has SeaWorld, famous for its marine animal shows like orcas and dolphins. But today, it's one of the best parks for thrill seekers, with radical roller coasters Mako, Manta, Kraken, and Pipeline are some of the most intense in the city. For those wanting even more adrenaline, there's Busch Gardens, located in the neighboring city of Tampa, about an hour-and-a-half drive from Orlando. This park is famous for having some of the most intense roller coasters in the world, like Iron Gwazi and Shakra. And then there's the International Drive area, or iDrive, a tourist avenue full of smaller attractions. There you'll find the Icon Park Complex, which has the Wheel Observation Wheel, the Madame Tussauds Wax Museum, and the Sea Life Aquarium. There are also fun museums like Wonderworks, the Upside Down House, and many restaurants and souvenir shops. An important tip that will save you time and money is to buy tickets for the parks and other attractions in advance. Buying at the gate is always more expensive. And for some Disney parks, in addition to the ticket, you need to make a park reservation for the specific day, which can sell out. And the most important tip is about combos. The complexes sell multi-day tickets that make the daily cost cheaper. At Universal, for example, to ride the Hogwarts Express train that connects the 2 older parks, you must have the park-to-park ticket, which lets you switch parks on the same day. Buying the basic 1 park per day ticket does not give you this right. We'll leave the link on the QR code on the screen and in the description to the site where we always buy tickets for the best price. It's an official and super reliable reseller, often with better prices than the official park websites. There you can find all types of tickets for Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, Discovery Cove, and all the International Drive attractions, all at the lowest price. When is the best time to visit Orlando? In our opinion, avoid the summer, from June to September. Besides the extreme heat and humidity, which make park days much more tiring, it's the season for heavy afternoon rains and also the hurricane season. The parks are also crowded due to American school holidays. The best times are spring, from March to May, and fall, from September to November. But try to avoid holidays like Easter and Thanksgiving, when the city gets packed. In these months, the weather is more pleasant, and the parks tend to be slightly less crowded. Winter, from December to February, can have cold days, so you might not enjoy the water parks, but it also has pleasant days. December is magical with Christmas decorations, but the weeks of Christmas and New Year are the most crowded and expensive of the entire year. January and February, excluding holidays, are usually the quietest and cheapest months to travel. And how many days to stay in Orlando? It depends on how many parks you want to visit. To do the 4 Disney parks and the 3 Universal parks, including Epic, you already need 7 full days, 1 for each park. If you want to include SeaWorld or Busch Gardens, water parks, 1 or 2 shopping days, and rest days, the ideal is 10 to 14 days. Less than 5 days will be very rushed, and you'll have to choose very few parks. Staying in a good area will make your trip much easier. The big question in Orlando is, stay inside or outside the Disney and Universal complexes. Staying at a Disney or Universal hotel has advantages, like free transportation to that complex's parks, and sometimes early park entry before the general public. However, they tend to be more expensive staying off-site, in hotels in the Lake Buena Vista area, which is near Disney, or on International Drive, which is near Universal and SeaWorld, or in the Kissimmee area, is generally cheaper and gives you more flexibility, especially if you have a car. Another very popular option in Orlando, especially for families or larger groups, is vacation home rentals. You rent an entire house with several bedrooms, a kitchen, and often in communities that have a pool and leisure facilities. It can be a great value. We created this custom map, which explains the best areas to stay, both on and off-site. Staying in these marked areas, you'll be well located. We'll leave the link to this map here, on the QR code, on the screen, and in the video description. We created it on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices. There, you can put in your travel dates and see all the hotel and home options within these locations, at the lowest prices. We'll also leave links to the hotels and homes where we've stayed. We recommend budget-friendly, well-located options, and others that are a bit nicer with more amenities. They are great options to use as a base. An important tip to save on lodging is the advanced booking strategy. The earlier you book, especially for high season, the better prices you'll find. This is why we love using this website. Besides having the lowest prices, it has free cancellation for almost all options. You can book well in advance to secure a much lower price, and if you need to cancel later, it's super easy and costs nothing. And remember that in the link below, we always organize everything you need to plan your entire trip for the best price. The sites we use to plan our trips and that have everything much cheaper. International travel eSIM, travel insurance at half price, tickets for all the attractions we mentioned, the good and cheap hotels we've stayed at, the car rental comparator that finds the best prices, and the global account to carry dollars paying much lower fees. And the links already contain automatic discounts, as we are always updating them, so save this page to your favorites and use it when planning. It will make your trip much easier and save you a lot of money. Now let's talk about transportation. How to get around Orlando. Unlike New York, in Orlando, renting a car is almost essential in our opinion. The parks, hotels, outlets, and restaurants are very spread out. The distances are long. Having a car gives you complete freedom with your schedule and greatly facilitates logistics, especially if you're with children, carrying a stroller, or coming back full of shopping bags. Parking lots are paid and expensive, costing around $30 per day, but many off-site hotels offer free parking. If you stay within Disney or Universal, you can and should use their free transportation. Disney has a huge system of buses, boats, the monorail, and the Skyliner cable car, which are great. Universal has buses and boats linking their hotels to the parks. Is it possible to do the trip without a car? Yes, using apps like Uber and Lyft, which work very well, but the cost can add up quickly, with rides between hotels and parks costing $15 to $30 or more each way. Carefully calculate if the savings on rental outweigh the cost and dependency on apps. For those renting, the most important tip is to book in advance online using a price comparator. It's always much cheaper. We'll leave the link to the comparator we use in the description. Mandatory documentation for international travelers. To enter the United States, you need your valid passport and a valid U.S. visa or an ESTA if your country is part of the Visa Waiver Program. Check your specific requirements well in advance. About travel insurance. It's not mandatory to enter the U.S., but it is highly recommended. Medical costs there are exorbitant. A simple consultation or a broken arm can cost thousands of dollars and ruin your trip. Use the comparator in the link in the description to find the best coverage at the lowest price. Let's talk shopping. Orlando is as strong a shopping destination as Miami. The 2 main outlet centers are Orlando Vineland Premium Outlet, which is closer to Disney, and Orlando International Premium Outlet, which is on International Drive, near Universal. Both are excellent, with hundreds of stores like Nike, Adidas, Tommy, Calvin Klein, Michael Kors, Kate Spade, and the must-visit Disney Character Warehouse, which is the official Disney outlet store, with park merchandise at much lower prices. Besides the outlets, Orlando has great malls. The mall at Millenia is the most luxurious, with stores like Apple, Chanel, and Louis Vuitton, and a cheesecake factory. The Florida Mall is huge, with more department stores like Macy's and Dillard's, and the M&M's World Store, don't forget Disney Springs and Universal City Walk. In addition to restaurants, they have amazing stores from Disney and Universal brands, and other concept stores you won't find elsewhere. The safety tip is the same as in Miami. Never leave purchases visible in the car. And about tax-free. Unfortunately, it also doesn't exist in Florida. The sales tax in Orlando, in Orange County, is 6.5% and is added at the register when you pay. And for those who are new here to the channel, welcome. Our mission is to help you travel more and better around the world. If you're enjoying it, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It helps us a lot. Speaking of gastronomy, eating in Orlando can be an adventure in itself, especially inside the parks. There's everything from fast food and quick snacks, called quick service, to highly themed table service restaurants and character dining experiences. Outside the parks, the city has a huge variety of restaurants, from classic American chains we love, like the Cheesecake Factory, Olive Garden, and Outback, to great independent restaurants. A tip for saving money is to have a hearty breakfast at your hotel or home, and bring snacks and water bottles into the parks. It's allowed, and you'll save a lot. For lunch, focus on the quick service restaurants inside the parks, which are faster and cheaper. For dinner, exploring Disney Springs, Universal City Walk, or the restaurants on International Drive can offer more options and sometimes better prices than eating in the parks. And how much does it cost to eat in Orlando? Inside the parks, expect to spend more. A full Big Mac combo outside the parks costs about $11. A bottle of water inside the park can cost $5 or more, so bring your own. Or ask for free cups of water at quick service restaurants. A beer inside the park costs around $11. A quick service meal in the park, like a burger with fries, pizza, or fried chicken with sides, costs on average $15 to $20 per person. A table service meal, which is sit-down service with a waiter, in the park or at Disney Springs and City Walk, starts at around $30 per person but can easily exceed $60 at more popular restaurants or at character breakfasts. Remember the tip at table service restaurants. 18 to 20% is standard. What about nightlife? Orlando's nightlife usually revolves around the entertainment complexes. Disney Springs is huge, with dozens of excellent restaurants, bars, giant stores like World of Disney, and shows like Cirque du Soleil. Universal City Walk is also very cool, with many restaurants like Hard Rock Cafe and Toothsome Chocolate Emporium, plus bars, clubs, and cinemas. International Drive and Icon Park offer many options for restaurants with live music, bars, and attractions like the observation wheel that stay open later. And of course, the parks themselves have their nighttime fireworks and projection shows, which are unmissable programs, like at Magic Kingdom and Epcot. Traveling with kids? Well, Orlando is practically made for them. All parks have areas and attractions aimed at younger children. Magic Kingdom is the most classic and magical for smaller kids. The character meet and greets, for photos and autographs, are a high point. Besides the main parks, the water parks are guaranteed fun on hot days, and many other attractions on International Drive, like Wonderworks or the Sea Life Aquarium, are focused on the children's audience. Combining your trip? Orlando is super well located in Central Florida. You can easily combine it with Miami, which is about a 4-hour drive south, to enjoy a beach. You can head to the Gulf Coast and enjoy the beautiful beaches of Clearwater or St. Pete, which are about a 2-hour drive. You can visit Tampa and the Busch Gardens Park, which is about an hour and a half away, or go to the East Coast to see the Kennedy Space Center, which is NASA's space center, about an hour's drive and an incredible trip. If you liked the video, like and subscribe to our channel to always travel more and better around the world. Thank you very much and have a great trip.